All right, episode 7. Our party is about to get into the jungle, and it's probably going to be rough in there. Let's see what happens. I'm Tristan. This is Heroes and Homebrew. All right, as you can see, our party is right here. And they have, I think I'm going to take them this way into the jungle. It's going to be a bit longer, but the travel to the rumored place of the lost city is going to be shorter, so they don't have as much mountainous and hilly jungle terrain to go through. So that's what we're going to do. So they're taking their day of rest. Let's see if they get lost on the first day. Well, first day of a new week. 3, they are not lost. Oh yeah, I'm going to roll to see if they can find a settlement. No. Did they find anything else? They do. They're finding a lot of stuff this. All right. So I'm going to go back, roll a d8. This is my manual of dexterity. I know it's very small, but I printed it in booklet form. D8 rolled a 6, so they find a structure. Ooh. All right, structure. We're going to roll a d6 again. So 2. It's a settlement. Okay, so they did actually find a settlement. When they were looking for it, they didn't find one. I'm going to move this 1. When they were looking for it, they didn't find one, but they managed to find one anyway. So what happens? Every time you're not looking for something you need, you end up finding it. All right, we're going to roll a d6 and find out what it is. It's a hideout. So it's not much. It's probably a bandit hideout, I would think. See the condition. So maybe they got their hopes up. They're like, oh, it looks like a settlement. It might be abandoned. We'll find out. What condition is it in? Rolling a d8 on this. It is. That's not the condition. It is ruined. Lovely. All right, now we're going to roll a d10. See. I'm going to roll a d10 to see if it's what kind of ruined condition it's in. 7. It's vandalized. So this looks like it's probably an old hideout. It's vandalized. Maybe it was a maybe it was a bandit hideout and it got cleared out by soldiers or something like that. Is it inhabited? Let's find out. Actually, let's see the degree to which it's ruined. So d6, 1. It's only slightly vandalized, so maybe things are kicked over or whatnot. All right, inhabited, d8. Is it inhabited? 8. It is inhabited. Roll twice. Oof. All right, again, d8. We're going to roll this d8 twice. 1, animals, and a 4, giant. Oh. Well, they're definitely going to run away from the giants. Let's go to... Actually, we're going to go to the wilderness. All right, animals first. Animals not too concerned about. We're going to roll a d12. Here we go. That's a 5. Ants. We're going to assume they're giant ants. And where's our giant types? Giant types, d12 again. 5. Gnolls. I love gnolls. All right, so we're going to go here to our monsters and treasure. So our large insects or animals, 2 to 16, so that's 2d8. Do I have 2d8 in here? I do. That's 6. And then how many gnolls are there? There we go. Gnolls. 20 to 200. I'm going to roll 2d10 and times by 20? 2d10 and times by 10. So it's 11. Sorry, 2. So it's 20 gnolls. 20 gnolls and, what did I say? 6 giant ants. 20 gnolls. 6 giant ants. Alright, this is going to be intense. Alright, let's see. Alright, I want to see if they're packed together. Presumably the gnolls are all together and the ants are all together, but I want to see if the ants and gnolls are cooperating, so I'm going to ask 2d6. I've got a red, let's go with this. I've got a green d6, and I've got a brown d6. We're going to say the green d6 is yes, brown d6 is no. So if the ants and the gnolls together in one group, if the green d6 is higher than the brown, they are. If the brown is higher, they are not. Okay, so brown is higher, they are not. There are 6 giant ants. You know what? I think we're going to fight them. We are going to fight them. And then they're going to run away from the gnolls. Are the ants surprised? Surprise on 1. They are not. Is party surprised? They are not. All right. So let's get our troop combat papers out. All right. Let's see. Look in here. I don't think they have giant ants in here. And it doesn't have an armor class or anything. I would say they'd probably be maybe heavy foot. Let's see if White Box has giant ants. I think they do. They do not. They have giant beetles. All right, so for this, I would say that they are 1 hit dice. I would say giant ants are 1 HD. They attack as Lightfoot, and they defend as... I'm going to say they defend as Heavyfoot. Alright, so... I think I need to set up a battle map. Okay, so these are the ants. This is the party. So let's roll initiative. Green is the party. Brown is the ants. Ants win initiative. We're going to declare our actions. The ants are all going to move into attack. The party is going to push 3 fighters forward. The cleric is going to fall behind the row of fighters, and the magic users are going to stay in the back because they are not particularly useful right now. So the ants have initiative, and of course the fighters are going to go melee. So do I have a fighter who has ranged attack? I believe I do. Yes. Alright. Rinomwin has a short bow. She's going to use that. As well as Kuglaki is going to use his short bow. Then we're going to leave Sveriti in the front with Stuanoi, big stick. And then the cleric and the 2 magic users are going to be in the back. So these are going to be our 2 ranged attacks. These are going to be our 2 melee attacks, and the cleric is going to fall back. So first round, the ants have initiative. They're going to move forward to attack because they are just... I didn't roll reaction, but you know what? I'm not going to roll reaction because I think this is more fun right now. So all ants move forward. They're not particularly smart. They're not. They have a hive mind, but they don't use tactics. They just kind of all rush forward. They're not going to like surround. Maybe they will, but for the time being, cleric is going to fall back, and then we're going to leave. This is going to be Kugleki, and this is going to be Gurenamwin. She's not going to be able to shoot into melee, but Kugleki will be able to shoot this guy. Okay, so I've labeled them, make my life a bit easier. So the ants, say this ant is attacking Lightfoot, is attacking Svenreidi. Svenreidi is, I go to my paper here, he defends as Armored Foot. So that means they have to have 3 attacks on him just to get him, because a Lightfoot against an Armored Foot is 1 die per 3 men. So 3 ants have to get a 6 in order to take down Svenreidi. So we're going to say first ant attacks them, gets a 3. So even if these 2, this one and this one, attack, they can't take him down. He is going to attack Svenreidi anyway. It's a 1. And they're in the back, so there's nothing you can do. Stuanoi is a heavy foot, so it's 1 dice per 2 men. You roll 4, don't get anything. Alright, now we're going to get a little bit crunchy. So, and these guys can't attack because they're in the back. Stuanoi is a heavy foot, so if we go to our sheet here, heavy foot versus Lightfoot, 5-6 hits and kills. So 2 he misses. Actually, missile combat should have done first. So we'll do missile combat. Let's go to Kugleki now. Stuanoi took his shot. So, short bow, I would say we're at medium range. She needs, what do we say? They attack their heavy foot. So short bow versus heavy foot, 1 die per 2 men. So she can't even, but if we have both of them shoot at this guy, we have Grinamwin and Kugleki shoot at this ant. If they both roll 6, he's done. Only got 1 6. Unfortunately, he's still up. Alright, next. Svenreidi. I made a mistake before. It's not a 5 and a 6. It's on a 6 because the ants are heavy foot. Heavy foot versus heavy foot. Actually, he's armored foot. Svenreidi's armored foot. So armored foot versus heavy foot is a 5 or 6 hits. Come on, let's do some damage. 5. He's dead. Boom. So let's get you out of here. Groovy. Alright, next. And I don't think the magic users in the back aren't going to do it. So we roll initiative again. Green is the party. Brown is the ants. Ants go again. He's going to move up. These guys are going to move around. And he's going to move around there. And he's going to move into there. So he is now in melee range with Kugleki. The ranged attacks do nothing. Our party is not going to move at all. Alright, the ants are going to attack. So we need 3. These 3 guys need to be able to score a 6 to take down Svenreidi. Let's go. They get nothing. These are light foot versus heavy foot. So we need two 6s. They get nothing. All right, cool. So now Stuanoy, he's going to try and get. He's going to try and get this guy because he wants to. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, no. Stuanoy is going to fight this one. So Stuanoy is a heavy foot versus heavy foot. So heavy foot versus heavy foot. 6 hits and kills. 1, nothing. Svenradi is going to attack the one that's right in front of him. Actually, he's going to attack the guy on his side, so prevent flanking. 5 or 6 hits. 1, nothing. Oh my god. Kuglaki drops her bow, picks up her sword. So Kuglaki is right here. She attacks his light foot. She defends his heavy foot, and the ants are heavy foot. So I think Grenimwin and Kuglaki are both going to attack this guy in melee. Grenimwin is attacks his heavy foot and defends his heavy foot. So she attacks his heavy foot against heavy foot. Actually, she could take him out herself. Let's see here. 2. No, got nothing. Alright. And again in the back, we're doing like, what can the cleric do? Let's see. Cleric might have to go into melee and take these guys down to help. Igna, let's see, what do you got, Igna? Plate mail and a mace. So Igna is heavy foot, armored foot. Yeah, Igna's gonna have to move into melee next round. Alright, back to initiative. Green is our party, brown is the ants, they keep winning initiative. Movement phase. There we go. The ants are starting to swarm them. This might be the end of the party. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, Igna is going to... Igna's going to stay there. So, no movement for our side. There's no missile fire. The magic users can't do anything, so there's no magic. The ants can't take these guys down unless 3 of them... So maybe these 3. Stuanoy is only a heavy foot. And they attack his light foot, so light foot, heavy foot. Need 2 ants to take down a heavy foot. Let's see, I'm gonna say this guy and this guy. Actually, no, this guy and this guy are going to attack Stuanoy. I mean, they obviously don't know that is what it takes to take him down, but nothing. Right. He's going to attack. He can't do anything anyway. 3 is nothing. This ant is going to attack Kuyawan. Kuyawan defends as Lightfoot. Attacks as Lightfoot as well. So Lightfoot, 6. Oh, that's a 6. So the ants strike their first blow. Kuyawan is down. Okay, I'm just gonna put a mark here. Maybe there's a way we can. Maybe there's a way they'll survive, but I don't think so. I think that's the end of Kuyanon. I'm just gonna put this. Put a red circle around it. All right, our party, seeing that Kuyanon's down, throw themselves into this. Now, Stuanoy is going to attack the one in front of him. Stuanoy is heavy foot. So heavy foot versus a heavy foot means a 6 hits and kills. 6 hits, kills. He's down. Get out of here. Kuglaki's going to attack the one in front of him or her. Her. Alright, Kuglaki, she attacks. My desk is getting messy here. This is exciting. She attacks as Lightfoot. So, again, Kuglaki and Grenamwin are going to both attack that one to try and take her down. We got a 6. I didn't call which one was which. You know what? I'm going to re-roll that because that was on me. Unfortunately. Okay, so Kuglaki is green, Grenamwin is brown. They're both going to attack this one that's in front of them here. And so Grenamwin, Kuglaki needs two 6s to hit, which means she can't do anything anyway against them. Grenamwin needs 1 6 to hit, so we're going to roll again. Green, Kuglaki, brown, Grenamwin. Grenamwin hits, takes this guy down. Boom. Sven Wright is going to go for the one in front of him, obviously. Attacks is armored. So it's armored versus light. Armored versus heavy, 5-6 hits. 1 misses. And then Igna, I think, is going to attack this guy. So Igna attacks his heavy foot, so heavy foot, 6 hits. 4 misses. Alright. So we've lost half of the ant party. They're going to roll morale. Morale, we're using the white box for the morale. They got an 11. Morale check. Fight for advantage. Alright, we're going to keep going. The ants are going to keep going. Alright, initiative. Green party, brown. Ooh, ties. So it all happens simultaneously. So I think he's going to move there. This one is going to move to where Kuglaki was. And I think that's it. Stuanoy is going to move back to try and get him. And that is it. Alright. So, because everything's happening at once, it doesn't matter who I do first, but I'll do the ants first. This ant is going to go for Judy. Judy is playing the magic user part, so he fights. Yep, Judy's man. He fights and defends as Lightfoot. So that would be Lightfoot versus Lightfoot. 1 die, 6 hits. 1 misses. Thank God. Alright, he is going to attack. He can't really do anything. It's a 1. And he's going to attack. He attacks his Lightfoot. And, of course, Igna is Armored Foot because he's a cleric. He's got that full plate. That's 1 dice. 2, nothing. So the ants get nothing on this. I think their next morale check is going to take a bit of a hit. Alright, Stuanoy. Stuanoy is Heavyfoot, so Heavyfoot versus Heavyfoot. 6 hits. It's a 5. It's nothing. The righty attacking him. He's attacking as Armored Foot. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, Armored Foot. So 5, 6 hits. 5 hits. He's dead. Get out of here, ant. And then our cleric, who Igna is attacking as a Heavyfoot. So Heavyfoot. 6 hits. Does not. Alright, he has to make another morale check. I'm going to give them a negative on this because they've taken some beats. That's a 7 minus, I'll say minus 1. Whatever the relative is. Here we go. 7 minus 1 is a 6. They're going to hold. Alright, initiative. Green our party, brown the ants. 5-5. It's all going at the same time. Alright, Stuanoy, again, is going to attack that 1. So Stuanoy is a Heavyfoot versus Heavyfoot. 6 hits. Nothing. Igna, Armored Foot versus Heavyfoot. Armor foot versus heavy foot. 5 for 6 hits. 5. Dead. Alright, and this guy, again, is going to go after the magic user, so 6 hits. 5. Nothing. Morale check. I'm going to give him a -2 on this. That's a 6. It's a 4, so he's definitely going to run away. Yeah, and he's going to run away. So we have a casualty. Unfortunately, Pihawan is dead. So they have 1 casualty. And they still have these gnolls that they have to deal with. So the 6 giant ants are gone. Let's see, are the gnolls surprised? Let's get this out of here, because we are not fighting the gnolls. That's certain death. So if we go look at the monsters of treasure, gnolls are armor class 5. 1 to 2 hit dice, but there's 20 of them. That's a lot. So I think, yeah, I think they're going to have to run away. Although, what's the chance of evasion? There we go. Chance of evasion. They have a 30% chance to evade. This is only the first day. They have it. This is the first hex. So they are going to have to, yeah, they're going to have to evade. First, let's roll surprise. So gnolls are surprised on a 1. They were not surprised. Party's surprised on a 1. They were not surprised. All right, let's roll reaction. Gnolls, it's a 7. I would say the gnolls are pretty bloodthirsty animals. Even with a 7 reaction roll, they're going to probably go to attack. Let's see here. I know I'm flipping between OD&D and White Box a lot, but it's not that big of a deal. They're pretty similar. There's just some things in White Box it's easier for me to find. Uncertain. Okay, so I think the party, having suffered a casualty already, and sorry, where is... Sorry. Queenon is no more. So the party, having suffered a casualty already, they are going to have to try and evade. They have a 30% chance. I gotta roll a 30 or under on the percentile dice. 24! Oh my god, the party manages to evade them and move on. This was only the first hex of the day. So, yeah, I think they got their hopes up thinking that they'd found a settlement. Unfortunately, it drew them into a fight with giant ants, but they managed to run away from the gnolls. They're going to continue on to the next hex. Do they find anything in this hex? They do not. And in the final hex of the day, do they find anything? They do not. Is there an encounter? They're in the open, so it's a 6. Encounter on a 6. There is no encounter, thank God. And we're going to mark off our rations and the day of travel. Whew! That was pretty intense. I think we're going to leave it there. So, there was a bit of combat. That was kind of exciting. They thought they'd found something that could help them out. Unfortunately, it led to the death of one of their elves, Hawan, the orphaned, who is now no longer orphaned. I am going to split up. Obviously, the party would have taken the body with them if they could, and they'll split up the things that they have and the things that she has. They can split up her rations, some of her equipment, whatnot, her money. But I'm going to give XP for those giant ants, and that'll be it. And we'll see you in the next episode. Save a seat for me at your table.